deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready?
Mike 47. You're not ready. You're not ready.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the delay, here's Carson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Third and 2, now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Malcolm Brown at $3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. $12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 38, Murray. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Ready. Mine's 50. Mine's 50. Blue there. Blue there. No. Right away.
Fournette running out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
That's what I'm talking about.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing is Murray on third down. Flush to his right. There's the first NFL grab for Andy Isabella. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Minus 50, minus 50.
On second and 11 now. Murray, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28 with a sack at Ziggy Ansah. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. No score after 1 on EA Sports. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Murray now. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. Third and goal. Murray now, third and goal. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. What's good on the extra point? And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Now a give right side. It's Carson, and he will have a first down here at about the 40.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now it's Wilson.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Here's Carson, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, New Orleans! Andy Isabella with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Metcalf once again the target. Wilson now to throw on third down. But now it's third down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Mike 50. All day. All day. Mike 50. Mike 50.
Throwing on first down is Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Here I come. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Now Murray. And he'll find Hall. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 39, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before half from Murray. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Murray. Stepping up, he'll try and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Now it's Carson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. On first down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. On the move to his left. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Now Wilson on first down.
On any given.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. This is Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And I think the ball's out, and this is picked up by the Saints.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage, but in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the 3rd quarter in Carson. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return will stop right around the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12.
49 to Mike, watch 49. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Let's go.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And some space here. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson, escaping the pressure right. He'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. Flush to his right. It's caught. Block it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Alex Anzalone picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterback.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And he's got his target, that's more. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw it, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 25 yards that time. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
49, come on, 49. Here we go, D. Here I come. Mike's 49.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles.
Out, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense